Hey guys, we're going to carry on playing some Dark Souls, and today we don't have to do any silliness with other characters. Um, Everything is recording, and we have Aoife here, and we're ready to venture forward into the painted world. I was considering using this boulder side sword just for a little bit. Switch things up a little bit. We've been using the Zweihander for a while now. We'll see these hollow run away here. There'll be more hollows on the way to us. So we'll have to hit stuff more, but we've got much faster attacks. And the R2 strong attack on this is a beast. It's got so much range. It does pierce damage as well. It's just an absolute beast. Okay. Can't remember if you can... I think you can shoot this down. Yeah, there you go. The other option, if you don't have a bow, you get up to there later on and you can like swipe it down with a sword or something to that effect. Anyway, it's with this mic. Probably a bit there. So whenever you see like one dude not rushing you or anything like that, and you can't really see much else of the area, chances are there's a bunch of other dudes at the just around the corner waiting to come wreck your day. If you notice as well, at the top left are where our humanity is, where it says 2. That's glowing because we're in human form. You can't really see it too well because we're in full armor, but yeah, there is a moment in this area where an NPC character invades you, and you need to be human for that to happen. So it's lucky that we're human at the moment. We don't have to use any more humanity to get human again. Papa. So if we look over there at that crow-looking fella, pretty sure that's the one who at some point flies off and oh, that's dangerous. Lands on, well, I thought it was going to fly off and land it. Maybe it's when we get this item. Oh, maybe not. But anyway, so we're going to get that item, drop down here. There's another item here. There we go, now he's landed on top. Oh, he's going to drop on top of us as well. That was nice of him. Okay, so we're going to get out of dodge here. I can't remember if there's anything if we go down here. Oh yeah, so we see these interesting white rats. I guess they're just cold. Snowy rats. Did you drop humanity for us? Nice. Now, do we have any fire buffs? The reason I'm asking is because we've got some charcoal. How much have we got? Oh, 1. That's not great. The reason I ask is because there's these bloated guys who throw fire at you, and when you kill them, they go. They can. I think it's either poison or toxic. So you wanna. When you kill them, you want to roll away as fast as you can. Whoa! Get away from them as fast as you can. Because, oh yeah, as you can see, we've gone toxic there. So I don't know how easy it is to avoid, if you can avoid it at all. But if I don't get to this quick, we're gonna die here. There we go. So, but if you've got a fire buff on your weapon or a fire weapon in general, then you won't go toxic. They won't like we're gonna have to just run around it. I don't know where that crow went. He's probably down here somewhere. Maybe he went back up onto the roof. So as you can see, this area is filled with danger already. It is a bit of a brutal area. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's back up here. And they'll do this jump attack, which you want to avoid at all costs. Oh, he's fallen down. One thing that we do have, probably quite a few of, is fire bombs. That's another way we can attack these guys without getting... or just any ranged attack, I suppose, so we could just pick them off with bows or something. Here he is. And do his jump attack again. If he lands that on you, it's like a grab attack, so you just want to avoid it. Oh my days. Just like I avoided it there. Because it's instant death, pretty much. So we're gonna go human again and kindle this bonfire to make it a 10 Estus. Kinda need it in this area. If you haven't got the skills like me. But yeah, so just bear in mind when we're in this area, we're inside a painting at the moment, so make of that what you will. Ow. Ow. Double ow. I think that's the rats that you can hear in there. So we've got the items up there, we don't really need to go up there this time. What we can do, if we stand here, are we going to die? The only thing about bows is it takes a little while to draw them, so... yeah, we're going to miss them there. We're not doing much damage really with it. It's a shame we don't have any fire arrows really. Let's try to think. I think we're best off avoiding these guys for now because we're going to get toxic if we kill them. There may be some moments where we're just surrounded by fire, but we'll just have to deal with it. They can drop off the sides there, but we're just going to run straight into here and then out here, just take care of this hollow, and then these hollows, and then these guys are going to rush us, so we're going to want to get out quick. If we can, we're going to want to... oh, he's blocking the door there. Oh, that's dangerous. Okay, so through here there's a jump, which I always miss, but today I've somehow gone right, and then out here we can go down this ladder, which leads us to something. I can't remember quite remember what item's down here. I think it's an armor set. A couple more. Oh, snowy rats. Oh, we're gonna get poisoned. Oh, we've got a hollow here. Swinging away at the wall. It's in his chest. The painting guardian set. which are the guys that we took care of before we came into the painting yourself. Okay. Did we read the lore on the Painting Guardian set? That'll tell us a bit more about them. We went past it, did we? Maybe not. God, there's a lot of armour. Here we go, Painting Guardian. Robe worn by the alabaster-clothed guardians of paintings in Anor Londo offers substantial protection versus magic. They have guarded the great paintings of Ariamis for ages, passing their duty down through the generations, but the reason for doing so passed from all memory long ago. Interesting. So it might be an idea to equip that here with the high magic resistance, but I'm liking our fashion souls at the moment with this cleric armor, elite knight helm. It's pretty good. So if we're lucky with the placements of these guys when we come back in, yeah, we might be able to just skip out here, knock this down, and then again run away from these guys. And I am gonna. Ah, no. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Okay, and then we're going to want to make this jump again. Ow. Because there's another item up here. Got egg vermifuge. You haven't seen one of those yet, I don't think. It's a consumable item. We want to wait till these guys are away from the door. Because that's where we're going. Oh man, they're all going through there. So what I'm thinking is probably a good idea is to run past those guys if we can. Oh, very nice. Run past all this area. We'll see all of it anyway, but open up the shortcut back to the bonfire, and we'll kind of deal with this area in little chunks. Here we have another kind of unique enemy. It's a lot like an enemy in the original. In Demon Souls, there was a boss that was kind of like this, and there's kind of like a variation of them everywhere in every Souls game, pretty much. Ow. So they all kind of slowly turn around, kind of towards where you're facing. So you want to loop round behind them, and then you can get damage. But they'll all kind of act as one almost. They do a fair bit of damage, especially because there's so many of them that they can mess you up pretty quick if you're not careful. I suppose that's like any enemy in this game, but... And because... Also because there's so many of them, you can't really... Sometimes it's difficult to see which ones are facing you and which ones are not when you get to this point. Oh wait, did I don't think I got my souls from when I died last time, did I? Might just quickly run up there and grab the souls. Okay, so this area's a little bit safer when they're dealt with. Yeah, so we'll open the shortcut. And this is the door back to just the start of this area. See the bonfire down there. So I'm just going to run back up here and get the souls from when we died the first time. Just have to fight these two hollows. Oh, he's followed us up. I think that's what they call the nick of time. Oh, we got this guy chasing us. Right, so this is a point where we may die. This invader, I either find that I kill him really quickly, or he kills me really quickly. One of the two. So there's a bunch of hollows around here that we want to clear out before we fight him, really. A few items scattered about as well. I don't think I've ever noticed the music so much. I haven't played with headphones before. But there's a definite music track started. And then there's just behind here, there's a pyromancy acid surge, which is what those big blobs, when it sounds like them big blobs are throwing up, that's what that attack is. So we're going to go down here to where these items are, and then someone's going to summon in and try and kill us. Back up as quick as we can. And here he is with his crazy headgear, and he's going to throw out a load of pyromancers at us. Oh, he's got his spiked whip as well. So we're going to try and chain backstab him so that he doesn't have any chance of damages whatsoever. Ooh. He's going to throw out a pyromancer. Throw out another pyromancer. But it is, if you're going to come to this area, it is quite important to deal with this guy, because it gives you a chance to get his armor set at the end of the level, which you can then you can trade part of it with Snuggly the Crow, if you remember when we went back to the original area. And you get a really good item in exchange for, I think it's his headgear, that massive thing that you can trade. Anywho, so next we're just going to go up these stairs here, grab a quick item as long as we don't get destroyed by fire dudes. Just hollows there. And then we're gonna oh, we left one of these guys alive. Oh, he's got full health. That seems odd. This item here is was the item that we cut down from the room up above, and then I think there's an item over here as well. So it's humanity, ring of sacrifice. Do you know, actually, it might be a good idea to equip the ring. I mean, we're wearing a ring that we're not even using anyway. Might be a good idea here to equip the ring of sacrifice. And what what the Ring of Sacrifice does is, if you die, you keep all your souls. I don't know if you keep your humanity as well. I can't remember, but so we're going to go down this ladder here into this very dangerous area. And that'll we'll be able to find a key down here that'll allow us to progress. But there's some familiar and very annoying enemies down here. No. Old bone wheel skeletons. We don't like bone wheel skeletons. Oh, he's just opened a fog wall for us there. So, as you can kind of imagine, this area with all its narrow pathways and bone wheel skeletons can be an absolute nightmare. Okay, I think he actually opened the fog wall into the main area, so we want to avoid that. Oh. Ow! You see what I mean? Even if you're blocking, they will take all your stamina and you will die. They are absolute annoying skeleton folks. Oh. This is why you try to get out of the way of them. But in such a cramped environment, it can be hard to do so. Okay, and there's some stairs up here, and I think this is where we're going to use. We need to engage with a one of the annoying fire dudes that toxics you. So wherever the pine resin is, there we go. This is where we're going to apply some fire, and I'll demonstrate what happens if you attack these guys when you've got a flaming weapon. So they just die, no toxic, and then we get a pyromancer from that guy, which is why I wanted to fight him. The other guys don't really drop anything, so it wasn't worth wasting that one. Wasting the only charcoal pine resin that we had on him. Right, there's more bone wheel skeletons around, so I'm being careful. I think there's one at the end of this hallway. Ow! Do you know, I didn't even know they had an attack like that. Wow. Maybe it's happened before, but I've not noticed it. Okay, I didn't know they had a melee attack. So that's the annex key, and that's going to allow us to progress through one area. But then there's also a switch that we need to activate in here, in the room of bone wheel skeletons. You know, it might be a good idea to switch back to the spy hander for this section. This time we're gonna one hit these skeletons. They are all over this room. It's just difficult to see, especially with me having lights shining in my face as well. Here's comes another. So this is the switch that we need to turn. Oh, we've already got aggroed another skeleton there. There's another. Whoa. Didn't even see him coming. Oh. Where's he going? Ah, shit. Oh no, that was not even him. I'm just gonna wait for him to come back so we can trap him on this back wall. I think that's all of them. There could be one more. I forget just where this leads you back out, to be honest, so which could put us in a bit of danger, but we could have just gone back the way that we came, for sure. But there might be an item along this way. Where exactly are we? Hollowed. Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah. So this is just going to lead us back to the main courtyard. Right. So we've got some. So that statue has opened the way forwards. If you look, carry on through there, and the key that we got opens up this door through here, which yeah. So we need to go. There's still quite a few bits that we need to do in this area. So with us having one Estus left, I'm going to rest at the bonfire. We'll use those souls and level up in case we die a few times going forwards. So what we're going to want to level up, I think another couple of ticks into faith, attunement. Yeah, okay. We do have 3 slots now, so we can equip another miracle. Oh, we can use Tranquil Walk of Peace as well. Do you know I've not used that much. I might do that. We can't use Great Heal. Homeward is like a homeward bone, so it just brings you back to the bonfire. I think we'll go Tranquil Walk of Peace. So let's test that out on these hollows. So they should move very slowly when we get close to them. See that ring around them there? Doesn't seem to do much to these guys, and it doesn't last very long. Okay. So now rather than dealing with all that nonsense around there, we can just go straight through here. And I think we go this way first, clear this side area out. Yeah, this area is a nightmare, especially since we don't have any fire attacks to be able to deal with these guys. This might be a bit of a YOLO hit and run type affair. think there may be an item down here. I rarely drop down and get it, but... Ow, rat. I just want to make sure I explore stuff that I maybe after a few playthroughs I've gone, nah, I'll leave that or whatever. Woo. Okay, so there's an item behind those barrels over there. It's the best way to get it, but no, not by jumping that way. Do you drop down onto it? I think we jump across. Let's try again. Maybe you have to break the barrels first, and then you can try again. Ah. Ah, gold coin. Nice. The coins, I don't know if it's a bit of social commentary, but the coins in this game you can't do anything with. Just put my camera back on. We're back. If you're wondering why I wave every time I come back, so that I can line, it's easier to line the camera video up with the audio from the screen capture. Okay, this is going to drop us here. Wasn't really worth it for a gold coin because we're going to have to come back through all this madness. Okay, so dodge, dodge, dodge. Hopefully dodge. Not dodge. Dodge, dodge. This could end up being good for us though. What I'm going to do now. Hopefully we're not going to get followed by a load of those fire guys. And hopefully these crows aren't going to give us too much trouble. Again, I might switch back to the Zweihander. Deal with these crows. Oh wow. Oh, it looks like we're gonna fall off. They got some HP, these guys, don't they? Two-handed, oh, souvenir reprisal, that's a good drop from them. And right at the top of the stairway we get the red sign soapstone, and that allows you to I think you leave your, does that allow you to invade other worlds? Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. There it is. I'll leave invasion sign. So be summoned to another world as Dark Spirit and defeat the summoner to acquire humanity. Certain dark wraiths resist the descent into the dark and persevere along the honourable path. The red sign soapstone is for them. So that allows you to leave like an online. It's like an invitation for a fight, basically, from another player. Right, so you see that item there, we're going to drop to that just by dropping off the side of it. I imagine it's just a consumable or a soul item. Yeah. Careful not to drop too far. And there's an item over there which you can't get to. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is where we came in. There's There's a path round here. See that item over the edge there? I think, yeah, we get to that a different way. There isn't an item on the ground in that area as well. But if there's no one following us at this point, it might be a good idea to, well, you'll see. Goo stuff that like is very annoying, so you want to get him to do it on one side and then punish him down the middle. So he's doing it on the middle there, so you want to get him to do it on the side and then punish down the middle. Also get his claws there like that while you're at the side. But it's not worth. He does have a melee attack as you saw there, but he didn't use it very often. Ow. Gone now. See, we're dropping a few frames again as well, but anyway, yeah, so that's the weird, I don't know, purple stuffed dragon. I can't really make heads or tails of that guy. There's a bit of a glitch here as well, but we'll see that later. Right, so the way that we need to go now is back through that door that we went last time. Oh, he's still alive. So yeah, when I was saying that at the end of the last episode that the crow was foreshadowing, yeah, the crow's foreshadowing for those guys. So it might be an idea here. You know what, sorry, we'll just go. Right. Maybe we equip the painting guardian set and see if we can still fast roll. Fast rolls. So again, we want to avoid the guys that give us toxic. There's one right there. Ow! I said we want to avoid the guys that give us toxic. And we're going to do something very unwise here, which is run past all this, grab this, and then sod off as fast as possible. Oh no. Oh no. He's blocking the door for us. And all unholy hell is coming down upon us now. So I'm just going to back up. Pop a heal. Hope that they're not too close behind. Okay. I think they're starting to de-aggro now. So while they're resetting, let's have a look at a few bits that we picked up recently. So yeah, there's the egg vermifuge item, consumable item. So I haven't really talked about this, but if you remember when we were at the Chaos Servant bonfire after fighting oh, what's her name now? Quailag, the spider woman thing, Majig. There was all those weird kind of egg-like folks, and if you let them attack you a certain amount, they have these little parasites that come out and can like end up living in your character, and your head gets all weird and massive and out of shape and whatnot. And so if you have one of these, then it removes the parasite and returns your character back to normal. So it's just a really bizarre bizarre thing that can happen. Then what else did we get? We got an ember, the dark ember, I think it was. Yeah, dark ember. So ember required for weapon ascension. Yeah, okay. The church long hid the forbidden black ember, and no living blacksmith knows of it. So you can take a +5 divine weapon to an occult weapon, and that can be reinforced to +5 as well. So occult weapons were used to hunt the gods, and are effective against their followers and kin. So the interesting kind of thing that we're seeing about a lot of stuff in this painted world is it's all stuff that's kind of forbidden, or frowned upon, all this kind of stuff. And so it's almost like a prison for everything that that wants to be kept out of the real world, but it's just interesting that it's in this building right in the centre of Anor Londo, which is this huge city of the gods kind of a place. So they've got this painting hiding away all of the darkness, maybe, which is like the other side, the flip side of the coin to all this bright shining beacon of success and power and all this kind of stuff. So it's just really interesting. Okay, so again, I don't know if we're going to get away without dying here, because I'm doing this incredibly riskily. Because we've got this guy here, and we're also going to have these bird dudes here. Well, we got the miracle anyway. And we were still wearing the Ring of Sacrifice, so we won't lose anything. And as you can see, we're still human, we've still got us 3 humanity, and we've still got all the souls. So that's what a Ring of Sacrifice can do for you. I forgot we were wearing it at that point, to be honest, but so let's swap this back now for the Chloranthy ring, which is giving us better stamina recovery speed. And that Tranquil Walker piece I'm going to switch out for what are we going to switch out for? Maybe Magic Barrier, actually. We might use that in a bit. Let's There was one more item up the side steps which I would kind of like to get, and it is a risky run, but it's probably worth the risk. Now, usually you just take your time and clear these guys out if you had like a fire-based weapon. I don't think we've got anything that does fire damage. Oh, we got the, oh, we could. I'm being an idiot. We could use some pyromancy. We don't have very strong pyromancy, but yeah, we can use some pyromancy here. I'm just going to go back to the bonfire and equip some pyromancy. That's what we can use as extra achievement slots for. Ow. So not really using force at the moment either. So we'll keep the replenishment out and equip a little bit of pyromancy. So I don't think we've got much, but we'll equip fireball, and we'll equip fire surge. Yeah, okay, cool. Get this firehander back out, and we'll swap the bow for the pyromancy flame. We're not going to do a massive amount of damage because we haven't upgraded it, the pyromancy flame, but it'll allow us to finish those guys off safely. Oh, more safely, I suppose. So this guy's the test, really. I'm gonna just try and hit him with that and see if we get toxic. No, we don't, because we don't kill him. Oh, we're doing like no damage at all to him. Okay, that's not good. Oh, fire surge, you hold it. Okay, now this guy's on us. And now this guy's on us. Okay. Okay, back here. What's he gonna do? He's gonna do his jump. We want to be behind him. Oh dear, we don't want to kill that guy. Okay, so we got this guy. It's actually quite good anyway because we separate out. Oh, is he already? He's there. Okay, he's going to try to jump. Can we backstab these guys? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. Okay, that's good for us. So yeah, they take a bit of killing, those guys. And is he... Is that guy still up here? Oh no, cool. Right. So we got the item from up there. We don't want to fall down there. And you remember the item that pointed to that we couldn't get to earlier? From just up over the edge there. That's this, which is the Mask of Velka and, well, and the Black Cleric set. Which is, I do like this armor quite a lot. Now, is it worth that item? I think we get it just to see what it is, but I think it's just a consumable. Yeah, it's a soul item. It probably wasn't worth it, but hey, we do these things. So this is going to lead us back into that room full of chaos with all the guys that we don't really want to mess with. I mean, we do have the fire attack now, but it's just, think about it, it's not very quick. It takes a little while. It takes a little while to get the pyromancy out, so I'd rather just run past him again. There's an item there. Again, I think it's just a soul item or something like that. It's something not very important. Just gonna hope those guys leave us alone. Oh, we got a hollow. We don't mind hollows. They don't do much damage. But yeah. And now there's a couple of ways that you can progress. I'll show you the normal way first. So after you've turned that cog downstairs that swivels the statue and opens this door here, then you can just go straight ahead from here, and you see the fog gate at the end, which leads to the area boss. Or you can take advantage of what seems to be a glitch. I mean, it's in the game, so maybe they intended it, but it has to be a glitch, really. I can't see why it would be anything other than a glitch. So this dragon that we killed, you kind of see, like, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's part of it, or it looks like the same kind of thing, but if you do a jumping attack, whoop, just stands up, and then you just go, okay, and you can drop down here and carry on forward instead. The reason I'm running is because there are some enemies back that way, but yeah, for whatever reason, that ridiculous thing happens in this area. I don't know if it was just something that they couldn't get rid of, or something they thought it were funny, or I don't know, who knows. But but yeah, interestingly though, this is the painted world was kind of the first area that they made for this game. It was like I guess the trial area or something like that. But yeah, so just bizarre. Like a lot of things in this game is bizarre. They have a funny sense of humour.
Who art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
Interesting.
Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind, but thou dost not belong. I beg of thee, plunge down from the plank and hurry home.
So you don't actually have to fight Priscilla.
Thou must returneth with this land.
You can just do what she says, go behind her and drop off the edge there, and that'll put you back into the but you do get some items and whatnot, so it's a very interesting fight as well. Just notice half of the floor has got snow and half of the floor does not. We'll need to use the snow in a moment, and you'll see why.
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thee hurry toward thine death?
So she goes invisible, but we have snow here, so we can see her footprints there, look. So we want to try and, she's going to attack. We don't know where she's attacking, but we want to try and avoid it. And where's she gone now? No. Ow. But if you do enough damage to her, she'll stop being invisible. but we want to look for footprints. I don't know, is she back there? There you go. What I'm trying to do is get behind her so I can cut her tail off. But it's quite difficult with this weapon. There you go. So it's not the most difficult boss, but it does do damage that if she hits you with the scythe. So yeah, you don't, like I say, you don't have to fight her, but you do get her soul, which lets you create a weapon later, and also if you cut a tail like we did, you get Priscilla's dagger. It's probably one of the better daggers in the game. If you want to use like a offhand weapon, or if you're doing it like a dexterity build and you just want something quick, it's pretty cool, and we'll probably get some lore out of that as well. So this sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, came from the tail of Priscilla, the dragon crossbreed in the painted world of Ariamis. Possessing the power of life hunt, it dances about when wielded in a fashion reminiscent of the white-robed painting guardians. So, a lot of information there. So Priscilla here is a dragon crossbreed, and a lot of people have theorised about her being related in some way to Seath the Scaleless, and having relations to other characters in the game. But it's just interesting. It's again, so a dragon crossbreed may be something that they might not have been known to have exist in Anor Londo. So again, something hidden away in this painted world. It's like the dark. Again, it's like the dark side of Anor Londo. So here, we also have the Xanthus set, which is the armour of the person that invaded us earlier. And yeah, the Xanthus crown, which is hilarious, by the way. Again, funny sense of humour they have. And heavy by the looks of things as well, 5, yeah. Like I say, you can trade that with Snuggly the Crow at the start of the game, and that gives you a really powerful ring. Okay, so I think it's really sneaky that it gives you a homeward burn there, because if you use that now, you'll go straight back to the bonfire at the start of the painted world, which is not where we want to go. So we're back in Anor Londo, and all these guys are respawned because we've rested at a bonfire. So fun times for all. But we're just gonna run down this right hand side here and hopefully get out of here alive. You can already hear him throwing daggers at us. Maybe we attack this one. And we're going to rush over to the movable bridge, and we're going to give it one turn. They might have followed us out here, a couple of them. Well, it's just the one. Okay, we don't know what's happening. Where am I? Why is the ground moving? Okay. Right, I'm just weighing up. Is 6 Estus enough? Now the safe thing to do is to go back to the bonfire. We can level up a little bit anyway. Get us 10 Estus and then crack on from here. This place is just a really nice area of the game. Very bright, clean cut. And I think they do really well with the contrast between the light and dark in the game. It's like one of the themes, so they'll have thought about that quite a lot when designing the areas, I would have thought, because you've got like the very start of the game, which is all dungeony and dark, and then you got Filing Shrine, which is this green light area. Then you go to Undead Burg, which is very like kind of almost like an autumn area with lots of it's like, it feels like the leaves have just fallen off the trees kind of a place. I mean, and there's, yeah, it's just there's lots of different really cool atmospheres, and with one of the central themes being light and dark. So we'll level up again. I think we bumped strength up a bit now. And we don't need pyromancy anymore. I mean, we could use power within, that is a very good pyromancy, but I think we're going to stick to having some healing and magic barrier. Even Homeward might do well. We'll take some free heals, why not? In fact, I haven't used any heals so far. I always forget to use it. So yeah, this is probably the smart thing to do. We probably would have been fine going forward with 6 Estus, because there's a bonfire not too far in the future, but you never know. Things do tend to be going wrong whilst recording. So onwards towards the Great Cathedral, or whatever it's called, we will go. There's some really good stuff coming up. I think we'll probably call today a day when we get to the next bonfire, and then the next step will be going all through this building. We need to get inside first though. That could take a little while to do that. So here we have some of these guys again, but these guys are a little bigger. So we want to lure this guy down the stairs. They tether back to their original positions quite readily, so you want to lure him quite far down the stairs. See, he's already moving back. Okay, that's probably good. So there's a door over here that we can't get through. The big door at the front of the chapel that's locked from the inside. And then so the only way to go forward is to go right here. And then it's time to fight the gargoyle enemies. I can't remember if there's an item around here. I don't think there is, but I always check. Okay, so this guy's probably going to see us and run up the stairs. Or maybe this guy sees us first. But if you stand here, he'll kill himself. He'll jump back at some point. There he goes. Okay. So now we get this guy. Oh man, I thought I hit him there. Maybe not there, but they do have quite a long reach on those what do you call them? Spears. Lightning spears. Okay, so if we time this right, there you go. Oh. Where have you gone, bow? Bow. Could have really done with upgrading the bow, but hey, can't have it all. Now you see a familiar spear there, and another one. You can't really see the guy behind the other side, but okay, this next section, super. If you don't know the tricks, then it's super dangerous. If I just stand here, we're gonna get absolutely pummeled with massive arrows. You see, there's a guy up on the right and a guy up on the left. But luckily, so they will fire at you the whole way up this next area, unless if you stand right in the corner here. See, as much as they try, they can't touch you. So this is why we have poison arrows. So this takes some time, but it's much safer than just running up and killing them. So you're going to want to aim up and to the left, and then just kind of judge it by where your arrow lands. So we need to go a little bit up, a little bit more left. Try there. Oh, that might have hit him, I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go, so we did hit him. So that'll do 3, I guess it's maybe 3 damage a second, something like that. And you'll need to poison both of them twice. Oh, and we just wasted an arrow there, that's fine. I just always forget how to use bows, I swear. What am I even doing? Oh yeah, there we go. Same for this guy, up and to the left. It's a little bit too central, I think. Yeah, we need to be more like there or so. Yeah, I think we got him there. Maybe. Yep, okay. And then we wait. Any other items that we need to check descriptions of while we're waiting? I wonder if there's anything in the Divine Blessing description. Holy water from Goddess Guinevere. Fully restore HP and undo irregularities. The Goddess of Sunlight, Guinevere, daughter of the Great Lord of Sunlight, Gwyn, is cherished by all as a symbol of bounty and fertility. We'll probably find out about that in a bit. What's the Purging Stone say? Ash-coloured stone encasing a skull. Secret treasure of Astor, even, the Earl of Kareem, reduces curse build-up and breaks curse. Humans are helpless against curses and can only redirect their influence. The Purging Stone does not dispel curses, but receives them as a surrogate. The stone itself was once a person or some other being, which is grim. So basically, someone who was a person has been turned into a stone, and we pass the curse on to them if we do get cursed. Fantastic. So where are we at with this? So yeah, that poison on the left guy is probably going to wear out pretty soon. Any other items we've got here? What it says about the Balder side sword. The knights of the ancient kingdom of Balder wielded these rock-solid longswords, which are excellent for thrust attacks, which certainly are. Balder was the home of Night King Rendell, but the kingdom was reduced to ruins after a widespread outbreak of undead. Night King Rendell. I don't think we hear too much about him. So one of them died there, as you heard, so maybe we only need to poison them once. I might be thinking about New Game Plus, maybe. What does it say about the Zweihander, even? As the name suggests, the Zweihander is held with two hands, but its wielder must still be inhumanly strong. It is this great weight that sends foes flying when hit solidly, and we've certainly seen that. We need to drop some of these weapons off. We haven't heard too much about Velka so far, but Velka's a really interesting character. If you remember the partner in the bell tower after we fought the gargoyles, it had lots of stuff to do with Velka. So a symbolic, powerful thrusting sword used by the partner serving Velka, goddess of sin. It is no mere symbol, to be sure. The partner is an inhuman swordsman and wields this enchanted blade with special sword technique. Right, so we can progress now anyway. But yeah, the lore of this game is so interesting. In fact, I really like the Velka set, so we'll just pop that on. Is it just black leather gloves, or is there a special? Oh, it's too heavy for us. Oh, so I wonder, can we wear the thief mask with it? No, that's too heavy still. Okay. Okay, so these guys are dead, now we can run up the scenery. I mean, you can run up and fight them when you get to the top, but whilst you're fighting one of them, the other one will be firing arrows at you. So it's just much easier to do it that way. So we go this way first. To be careful here, there is an item at the bottom of this walkway where the first guy with a massive great bow is firing at us, and there we get Soul of a Hero, which is a lot of souls. It's really interesting how how much a lot of this feels like what it only drops some arrows for us, nice. Oh, and an arrow. How much of this game kind of feels like a non-traditional game. Like, how many action RPGs would you be walking around the edge of scenery like that as the official way of going forward in the game? Okay. So we're going to take the door on the left. And in here should be a familiar chap.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you. You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that. You really are.
Still he's back. Just giving us a nice helpful reminder of summoning people in, and there is a bit of a tough boss fight coming up. So everything's well placed in this game. It's like you get items where you should be using them, and you get NPC dialogues to give you little hints about stuff coming up. So can we level up again? No, we can't. So I think, like I said, this is probably a good time. In fact, before I forget, I'll kindle this bonfire. So this is probably a good place to end for today. After meeting an old friend, and we've fought not a very difficult boss, but we fought an interesting boss, and we've cleared out the painted world, and now onwards to the chapel in Anor Londo. So thanks for coming along with us, and I shall see you in the next episode. See you later. Bye bye.